Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. I thought I could fit all of Chapter 1's highlights into one video. That was my goal, but that's not going to happen. We're just under 20 minutes on this. This is the Noblest of Men and a Woman. You meet this man. This is a side mission, a stranger mission. He wants us to go find all of these gun fighters and interview them for a book. So, this particular scene is funny because the guy's having a hard time, boom, with his horse, and it kills him. You can take off and capture the horse. I was not fast enough and did not do that. Then we stumble across this older scientist who is looking for dinosaur bones, and so that triggers that side mission, which is to go find 30 dinosaur bones. Here we find Emmett Granger. He's the retired gunslinger, one of the ones we want to interview. He was pissed off that we don't want to interview him for the book, but we want information about another gunslinger. He tells us he'll give us information that we want if we shovel the pig manure for him. So we get in the pig pen in the rain and shovel pig manure, which is super not fun, but anything for information. So we wrap that up, and he refuses to give us the information, so we put some dynamite in the manure pit. This is one of those funny scenes in Red Dead. There is quite a bit of humor in this game, and I couldn't but help. In the meantime, our first gunfight, he pulls a knife, which was not a good idea. So here I just am in Valentine. I wanted to take a shot of that building and then this building 3 doors down, just to see the state of construction, to look at them next time around. Now I'm just cruising back home and I see this really eerie scene and some words. Look on my works. There is half of a body hanging beneath the train tracks. Disgusting. It's a bloody mess. And something beyond what you would expect from a cowboy, an outlaw, a gunslinger. So I'm not sure if the guy's still around, so I'm just being a little bit careful, wondering what this all means. And I think there's got to be, that does not look like an entire human, so there's got to be other parts around. So kind of sniffing around just a little bit, and I could have edited this a bit, but I wanted you to get the full effect of the human head that is, I just passed it, like, wait, what was that? It's dark, so it's a little hard to see, but there is the gentleman's head that is staked to the post with a note in his mouth that we pull out to look at. So the document is what appears to be, it's a little, obviously it's been, it's in rough condition. It looks like a map, pretty hard to see here, but I believe this is part of a mystery mission that I didn't do last time. Rumor is there's a serial killer running around, and this partial map and his note on the rocks are a way to tease us to find where he is. So I decided to take some mercy on this poor guy, what's left of him, and I thought I could shoot right here and take his wrist off, but I thought, all right, I'll just get the rope straight on. Good target practice, but also no reason for anybody else to see that. The animals will drag him away. So paying a social call is our next storyline mission. And what we're supposed to do is creep up on the O'Driscolls. So the Kieran, who is a guy that we have tied to a tree, he told us he would show us with a little coercion where the O'Driscolls are right now. Now, this mission is supposed to give me practice with throwing knives. I pull a gun instead, and it starts a war. I think there's probably 20 or 30 O'Driscolls over there. And at this point, it's too late to do anything different. So I'm going to use the trees as a shield take a few guys out with my. I really should switch to a rifle at this point. A little long range weapon. And one of the little things I like about Red Dead is his aim is not great. His steadiness bounces a bit, and that will improve. There we go. I'm gonna switch to my rifle. His fighting, his shooting, his aim, his calmness, his abilities improve as the game moves on, which is great. So also you can double tap the key, and it kind of does an auto aim slightly, and that also seems to improve later in the game. Right now it just gives me the general idea, then I've got to aim for the headshot. So also good to look at the mini map left side so you can see how many red dots are still coming, and then the red on the edge of the map shows you there's another wave coming. So right now there are some off the map, so there are more, and they kind of just keep coming. And right now they're kind of surrounding us. If you look, there's 3 behind me and 1 plus another wave on the left. So moving my way up tree to tree and really looking for red dots. Gonna use this wagon. That's a nice place to hide. And behind me, they're coming up pretty quick behind me, so I've got to flip around here. I'm gonna get hit. I don't think I really realize that they are basically facing me, and I'm still focusing on those guys. But right to my right, I've got one. Right behind me, I've got one, and one of us, I should have noticed that. One of us needs to turn around and protect our backside, and I'm pretty injured here, and my vision goes red and blurry for a minute, and I realize I've got to take those guys out and stay hidden. Take no chances while I can heal just a little bit. Upper right corner, you see my bullets left out of 153. I've got 5, 4. Still, I see 5 red dots on the map. At least 4. 4, now 2. 3. 2 behind us, but I think they may be running away. And some of the commentary hints to that. Leave them, let them go. That's always a risk in a fight like that. They're going to either go get reinforcements or go to the law. I would guess probably not law, but we'll see how that goes. At this point, I'm thinking I want to go loot. I like to loot the bodies for goods, but I am told to go in the cabin because we might be able to find one of our main enemies in here. So switch to a weapon just in case. Probably not a rifle. Need to have a little gun. Oh, and I was dead. He had his rifle pointed at me, but someone else took him out. Guess who it is? It's Kieran. He was the guy we had tied to a tree for a couple days at least. And he saved my life. And no one is in the cabin. And so we think Kieran has just set us up, but we're looking for Colm O'Driscoll. He's the head of the O'Driscolls. But these guys remind me, Arthur, that he wouldn't have saved our life if he really was on the O'Driscoll's side. And here Kieran just basically pleads for mercy, saying that, hey, now that if he goes back, they're going to know he was they probably saw him. The people who ran saw him, and he's a traitor, and his days would be numbered. So he says his only option is to join their gang, which, with some warning, they agree. He even says, hey, there's some cash that they always hide in the chimney. Let's go. He says, I'll get it. So he's being honest, telling him about some cash. He didn't have to. He could have gone back himself later and got that. So we're going to search the cabin. Not a lot in here, but we're going to search and get that money, and then we'll get out of here. Some ginseng, elixir. Rifle above the fireplace on the mantle there, and even if you don't want it, if you swap for it, you can't carry two. So if you swap for it, it also updates your compendium. So it says you've found another weapon. It is dirty, so I take a moment just to go ahead and polish it up. I'm going to tap my left stick and clean it. So it's cool. You can, as you clean it, and you can press X to speed up the process. But you can see the quality, the condition of the rifle go back up to clean. And I'm going to rotate it over, take a look at it. So a little more video than I probably should have kept on this, but this was the highlight of this particular video clip, was this big battle scene. Now search the chimney. We should be able to find some money. They like to hide it up. Make sure they don't build a fire while that's being hidden there. But most people would not think to look there. But $600, and his take, he gets half. So not a bad payday. And that mission is complete. So we're going to hop on our horse and catch up to everybody back in camp. But I'm just making sure, there's a few things on the table. And we want to grab everything we can. They flash sometimes to give you a little hint that, hey, there's some things here. There's a money clip with some cash. And also, over here something flashing. So, flashy things catch my attention. So going to grab this stuff, some shotgun shells. And when I also found a cigarette card, and when you find your first cigarette card, that begins that triggers the whole trick. So wanted, those people who the crime was reported to the law. Those people who escaped, they ran to town, and they are after us. You can see that red circle. Let me finish my thought. I can now collect cigarette cards because I found one. All right, so I'm in a hurry here because if they find me, I'm done. But I do get out of the area fast enough that I did escape, and they eventually give up. This is a mission called A Quiet Time, and we're gonna go into town. Now, we're supposed to go look for Micah, but we decided to go drinking first. Again, sometimes their decision-making is not very good. They started off by saying they were going to have a beer or two, and then they just keep on drinking. And this whole scene I've sped up. I didn't want to skip any of it, but I also didn't want to play it slow, regular speed. It's pretty long. But it is... like a big hallucination. He can't find his buddy, Lenny. He can hardly see. Everything's blurry, and it's terrible. Just a good reminder why it goes from weird to weirder. It's a good reminder why alcohol not good for you. So he cannot find Lenny, but it says, go find Lenny in the saloon. You've got to find him. And everybody kind of looks like Lenny to him. You alive? And then when they wake up the next morning, feeling like they want to die, guess where they are? Outlaws in jail.
What do we do? I don't know. Me neither.
You pair degenerates. There's a fine for drunken violence.
So, drunken violence in public is $10, and Lenny
Yes, you did.
has the money.
I don't remember.
Either you fools got any money, it's $10 and you're free to walk.
Sure.
Lenny pays the fee.
Get out of here. I don't want to see either of you around here no more.
Oh, Jesus.